Okay, guys, so I got a good one for you right here, I hope. I get asked frequently about tipping in Thailand. Should I tip? Is it in the culture? Do people accept tips? Do they work for tips? Like, what happens? What do I do when a waiter or waitress comes to me with the bill? I don't want to look stupid, but at the same time, I don't know what to do. Many people I find just give 20 baht or 10 baht or whatever the change is left over out of the bill. So now I'm going to kind of start to answer your question about tipping in Thailand. There are some restaurants here that are set up to include a 10%, 9%, 8% tip in your total bill, and you will see it on the bill. And the only frustrating part of that, I love the tip, especially great service. I have no problem with it at all in any way, no problem. But what I do have a problem with is them not telling you that they are going to tax you for the tip. So they're putting a 10% in, charging 10% more of your bill. So if you got 1,000 baht bill, you're gonna be taxed 100 more baht. So I'm pretty sure that's 10% of 1,000. But the point is, I just want to know that that's going to happen before I decide what I want to eat, because believe it or not, no matter what people think, I'm not wealthy like that. I watch every baht I spend very carefully, and you will find that in the higher end restaurants, that is typically where that stuff usually happens, where the tip is included in the bill, as they say. So you don't have to tip on top of that. It's automatically included in the bill. And from a server or waiter's perspective, I guess that's a good thing, because at least you know that you are going to get your tips, especially if you're working on a minimum wage here and your tips are pretty much your living money. That's a good thing. Now, many places will tell you not to tip, particularly food vendors and small restaurants. They'll tell you not to tip. Just go ahead and tip anyway. It's just a genuinely good thing to do. How much you leave as a tip is entirely up to you. It doesn't really matter. It's more of the action that the Thais that I've seen tend to react positively to. It's more of the gesture of giving. I don't want to say it's kind of the Buddhist way. I just want to say that Buddhism is about peace and harmony and being in touch with the present, that kind of thing. And when you do something nice for somebody without being requested to do so, that kind of fits into Buddhism, which is the religion here predominantly. Personally, myself, I look at a tip, especially if the service is good, and I'll tip a little bit extra than what I think I should tip. So instead of giving a waiter or waitress 100 baht tip, I may give them, or instead of giving them a 50 baht tip, I may give them 100. And they deserve it when they do that. Same thing when you go to have services done, like if you get a manicure and pedicure or a massage or whatever the case may be, anything like that, any health services. You're not expected to tip in most of those places. However, it has become kind of the norm for people to tip whatever you feel like they earned. Just keep it simple. Don't try to set a percentage on yourself. Don't try to make it harder than it is, because it's really not a big deal here in Thailand that I've seen. Just keep in mind that tipping is a good thing. Tipping is something that will definitely put a smile on a Thai person's face. they are always more than happy when they accept your tip. And I don't mean like in America where they say thank you, that kind of thing. You get the whole why and the bow and everything. They're actually grateful for the tip. So, should you tip in Thailand? That's up to you. That's your morals and ethics and all that stuff put together. I personally, like to tip, whether it be 20 baht or sometimes 200 baht, depending on, what it is I'm doing. So, just don't be scared of tipping when you come over here. And if you are, just tip once or twice and you won't be anymore. I guarantee it. It will probably make you very happy, I would imagine, if you got any kind of good soul at all. So, tipping in Thailand. Give it a shot. Try it once. You'll probably do it again. That's my educational video on tipping in Thailand. So, whatever you guys do today, be sure you do more life. See ya.